And here we are back in the Millennium Falcon in the end. Oh yes, and look at that, up in the skylight we can see our Death Star laser beam. I had to go at retexturing that so it's all green. Yeah, it needs a bit more work, but yeah, we're getting there with that, so more on that later. But yeah, we're in the Falcon and we've had a great idea from one of you geeks in the comments. So from Yindy8191, if I remember rightly, you had a great idea, and that was to go over to Chewie. Where is he? This way. And let's stick in an armor stand with some stuff on to be Han Solo. So let's do that. And here we go. We've got some things here. So this is an approximation. Is his head? There we go. And this is roughly what he looks like, I think. And black boots. Han Solo! Hey, 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 Han! And Chewie piloting the Falcon. Oh yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Alright, so on to today's episode. We are going to build an Enderman Farm today. And it's going to obviously be in the end. We're going to have to build it probably over this way. Probably next to the Death Star, but over that way a bit. And yeah, this Enderman Farm, I had it all planned out. I did my usual thing in creative, sort of planned it all out, designed it all up. I wasn't totally happy with it, to be honest, because it didn't really fit in with the theme, but it worked and it looked alright. But then one of you geeks in the comments left a brilliant idea of turning it into a Borg Cube, which is what we're going to do today. So we're going to add a bit of Star Trek to our end space theme. So thanks to Bottom Rastard for that excellent suggestion, as usual. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build an Enderman Farm inside a Borg Cube. Now if you are not familiar with Star Trek and the Borg are baddies. And they want to assimilate your race and turn you all into Borgs. So I thought what would be cool is if we had it over here, next to the Death Star, it's almost like we could have all our baddies over this side, going that way, and all the goodies coming this way, and have a big old fight. Goodies versus baddies, yay! Alright, so let me pillar out over that way a bit, and then we'll get started with this Enderman Farm. Alright, and here we are. I've pillared out from the Death Star that you can see over there in the distance. And over here I've made a start on the footprint of what our Borg Cube is going to look like. This is a 32 by 32 square. Obviously the cube's going to be 32 blocks up as well. Now if you're not familiar with the Borg Cube, I'll stick a picture on the screen so you can see what it looks like. So it's kind of this black and grey kind of industrial looking cube with some green lights coming out of it. Looks pretty ominous. Yeah, so that's what we're going to build here, just in this area. And inside it is going to be our Enderman Farm. And we're not going to do the standard, you know, Endermite where Endermen get attracted and fall down and then you kill them. We're going to do something different, because that's what we do here, right? We do for something different. Not necessarily more efficient or better or anything like that, just different. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of fun, I think. So let me get started building this cube up and show you some progress, and then you get the feel of the block palette we're using, and then we'll be able to start killing these Endermen. Okay, so here I've made a start on the cube. So I'm using a combination of black wool, black concrete powder. I've got some black concrete in here too, just behind there, and also a bit over there. Some iron bars, and then this kind of green, this lime green glass to give the green effect. So we're a little bit constrained with this because it's an Enderman Farm, we don't want them spawning outside like this dude. Oh, geez, no, geez, fly away. We're in Proland. Oh yes. So we're a little bit limited about what we can do in terms of build, because I want to limit where Endermen can spawn, and also when they're inside they can teleport, so we need to think about where they can teleport. So yeah, we're a little bit constrained about what we can do, but to give it some depth I'm going to sort of set these green blocks back and stick a torch behind so you get that light that comes through. And also we're going to have a few bits like this where it's indented with some iron bars to give it that kind of industrial look. And then these blocks I've chosen because they're dark and they've got a bit of texture to them too. So hopefully once this is on a bigger scale, it should look all right, I think. So yeah, this is what it's going to look like, I think. So let me get cracking. This is using a lot of blocks, so I don't think I've got enough at the moment. So I'm going to have to go back and get some more. But yeah, let me do a bit more, and I'll bring you back in when I've got a bit more progress. Alright, I'm just finishing up this wall. This has taken Much longer than I thought it would. Alright, let's jump down here maybe. Yeah, just do it. Okay, let's walk back this way and have a look and see what this looks like. Oh, check it out. Yeah, we've got some Endermen at the top. Don't worry about that. We're going to double carpet up there. That won't be a problem. Let's just walk back a bit further. Yeah, so this is what I've been doing. Going up, building some stuff, coming down, having a look. So yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like. In fact, let's give you geeks a better view. Let's go into game mode 3. Okay, so here's a look in game mode 3, which is what we use in replace of a camera account on this single player world. So you can see here I've tried to get a bit of depth in where I can. So where we get the green lights, we've indented those, and there's torches on the other side to come through. Whenever there's an area where it could be like 3 high, we've put some iron bars, but also use that for some depth and a bit of detail. So I think that looks pretty nice. In fact, what I'll do is let me just move this onto this side, and I'll bring the picture back up of what the Borg Cube looks like, so you can compare and see what you think. So yeah, so we've got some of the green kind of indents with the lights. We've got a few black indents as well for a bit more depth, and then the other blocks are just a random selection of the other blocks just to get a bit of differentiation and stuff. So yeah, I think it looks all right. It looks all right. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just build the floor out underneath, and then we can actually get building with this farm. And then we can get our own back on these Endermen. Oh, the sound of carpet under your feet. Oh, what a great sound. Yeah. Yeah, I just watched back the last clip I recorded, and I said at the end, yeah, I'm just going to put the floor down. Yeah, just put the floor down, logic. Yeah, nice. So this floor consists of 3,000 blocks. Yeah, and I don't have a wall farm either. So yeah, this was a bit of work. So let me show you. Let me show you that this took far much longer than I thought it would. So yeah, so underneath we've got similar to what we've got on the walls. We've got these bits of green and stuff. We've got a mixture of similar blocks but without the concrete powder. So that's one level of block. Because this is 32 by 32, 32 times 32 is 1024. So that's for that level. But then because we want to control Enderman teleportation and spawning and stuff like that, we need to have double carpets. So of course that's 2 more layers. So it's 3 layers, so 3,000 blocks approximately. So yeah, got the floor done eventually. That took a bit of time, but yeah, anyway, enough about that. So this is the inside of the cube. So this is what it looks like here. So all of these indents we've had, I've gone through and I've double carpeted all of this. So if I zoom in, you'll see we've got double carpets on the inside. So that's nice. And also on that top ridge, I've got double carpet. We'll have to do that on the whole roof as well. But yeah, that's good enough for now. And yeah, we've got some torches around so we get a nice green glow from the outside. All right, so let's get into this farm. Let's get this farm built, shall we? Right, so this is going to be an Enderman farm, as I said before, and we are going to use a different mechanic this time. We're going to use our friend, the flying machine. Yeah, so I've not used flying machines much before this season, and yeah, I like using them. So I thought I'd give it a go. So I saw a tutorial a while ago from a guy called Nembom MC, and it was for a sugarcane farm where he had a whole bunch of sugarcane planted, and a flying machine went backwards and forwards like a sweeper that kind of broke all the sugarcane. And in that tutorial he mentioned that you could use that for a mob farm. So that's what we're going to do for this farm right here. So what we're going to have is, just up here, we're going to have a big spawning platform, and then we're going to have a flying machine that goes backwards and forwards, and any mob that spawns on this spawning pad will get pushed into a trench. They'll fall down to the bottom down there where we'll be standing down there somewhere, and then we can chop them up with our sword and get all the XP. So that is the plan. So I've got various materials. So where I've put these green blocks, that's going to be the outside of the spawning pad, so we get as many spawning spaces as we can. And there's one just underneath this netherrack. So I need to get this positioned right. So I'll tell you what I'll do is, now that I've just got to explain that, let me just get an initial start of this done, and then I'll bring you back in when there's a bit more to see. Alright, so I've built up this frame at the top. This is going to be for the spawning pad. So I've got this nice green around the outside to match our cube. And we're going to fill this in with all obsidian, you know, Enderman like obsidian in the end. So we're going to use those that obsidian we got from the towers. And we're going to have a flying machine that starts at that end, and it's going to go all the way over to here, and it's going to push all the Endermen down this hole. And then we'll be waiting down the bottom, to chop them up and get their XP. Yay. Alright, so let's get this fly machine built, I think. So let's see if I can do this from memory. This will be a good test for me. So here we go. So this is the middle. So if we do 10 slime blocks here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to have 10 going this way too, from this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Counting with logic. Jeez. Alright, so now we need some sticky pistons, I think. So we need one. We need one on there. So let's put a block this way, just temporarily. One here, one here. Sticky piston, nice. And then we need one on this side too. They always go the wrong way, don't they? Let's have a temporary block right here. Okay, nice. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Now let's make sure this fly machine doesn't zoom off. So we put a bit of obsidian there in the way so it can't move. Put you back. Right, now we need some observers facing, powering these two slime blocks. So let's need that and that. Let's go down here. Now can I do this? I need to have it. Nice, that one there. Let's get rid of you, get rid of you. Now I need to power this one too. Oh, it's all complicated. Let's go around here. It's too complicated. This is why I do this stuff off camera normally, because I can't do it. Alright, put there. And then we need to get rid of you, and then observer facing upwards. Excellent. All right, nice. Right, so let's just hop up here a second. Right, here we go. So this is the basic flying machine. So we've got, let's get rid of you. Right, so we've got these two arms this way and this way, and as it goes, it will sweep off anything that's standing on this platform, push it down there. So the next thing to do is we need to have a return station at both ends. So how we do that is we need to have an observer facing this way. So let's just pillar out a little bit. So we need an observer watching for that block. And on top of that we need one of these, and then we need repeater on max ticks, and let's just whoa, and then let's have a block. Let's use obsidian, why not? And let's have a block here with a bit of redstone on top. So let's just do that. There we go. Right, so the idea here is that this machine's going to fly off that way. It's going to have a return station the same as this over there. And what's going to happen is this observer is going to see this observer arrive, which is going to power this block, powers this redstone, which powers this, which then makes this trapdoor move, which then this observer sees and then sends it back the other way. So we need to build one of these on the other side, and then it should be able to go backwards and forwards. So let's do that. In fact, let me go over there and do it, and when I'm done it, you can have a look. Alright, so I've just built the return station over there, and I've just powered this side, ready to go. So once I depower this, it should go over there, hit that, and come back again. So let's see if this works. So let's break that obsidian. Look at that dude down there. Oh, he stopped. He was spinning around like a madman. Alright, so if I break this block, this fly machine should do something. Ready? Here we go. Oh yeah! So that's going to go that way, and hopefully when it gets to the end, it's going to come back again. And that should keep going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Oh yeah! He's a redstone master! Alright, excellent. And then she go back again. Wicked. Right, let me turn down these sounds. Options. Zoom that right down there. Okay, cool. And off it goes, All right, nice. So we need to build off this platform. Make sure to fill this all in. Put some rails all around the edge. Eventually we'll put the roof on, which means Endermen won't be able to teleport above this block. They will for the moment, but that'll be sorted once we put the roof on top. So that is nice. So the other thing we're going to have is a lever down the bottom, and that's going to raise up a redstone block which will power this, which will effectively stop the flying machine. So when it comes back here, this will always be powered, and so this won't change state, and so the observer will stay still. In fact, if I get a redstone block, if I was to power this now, so this is what's going to happen when we flick our switch, this redstone block will come up. So when this returns, it should stop, is the plan. Let's see if that works. Here it comes, Is it going to stop? It should stop. Yeah, nice one. It's almost like I know what I'm doing, isn't it? Well, I'll try. Anyway, right, let's break this guy that I used as a step. Right, so the last thing to do here is we need to fill this in, because what's going to happen is, as it goes backwards and forwards, once it's over that side, obviously Endermen are going to spawn on this pad. So when it comes back this way, it's going to squeeze them up against these blocks here. So if we fill this in, they'll end up being inside this slime block. They won't take any suffocation damage because their head will be above it. And then when it goes back this way, they kind of get shot that way. And when they get all the way to the end, they'll fall down there. We'll have a little like a drop chute there. Put some glass on it so we can see them all falling down. And then we'll have a area at the bottom where we can chop them up. All right, so let me get this thing finished up here, and then we'll give it a test. All right, and I am back. I've just taken out all of the scaffolding from around the cube, and I've finished up the farm, I think. I haven't tried it out yet. So basically here we go. Here's the spawn pad above us, all made of obsidian. And then here's the trench where the Endermen are going to fall. Just covered that in glass so we can see them fall to their demise. And then they're going to end up down here where we can use our sword. The XP will land on the carpets, and so we can get it nice and easily. And there are hoppers underneath this carpet that will end up in these chests, so we can pick up ender pearls, but also in particular Enderman heads, which is what we want to get to. So I've double carpeted everything that's around, even at these edges. These edges will be walls, so a lot of this double carpet around the edges is all temporary, and up the top as well. So let's go up the top and have a look, see what's going on up there. So what flying in the end is pretty scary sometimes if you don't have a frame of reference of where to aim for. So yeah, so let's go up here. So here is the spawn pad where the Enderman will spawn inside here. There's our flying machine. And yes, I've double carpeted everything up here. Now eventually, once I get this farm finished, we'll have a roof that goes across from this block. So all of these double carpets that you see here won't be necessary because there'll only be a 2-block high gap. So I'll be able to get rid of all of those. But just for testing, I've put them here. So let's turn the farm on, shall we? Let's see if this thing actually works. So at the moment it's off. So I've got this redstone block here that's controlled from a lever down the bottom. So you can see that's powering this trapdoor. So let's knock out these torches and then go and turn it on and see if it works. This is the moment of truth. Alright, so here we are down the bottom. Here's our lever, and that's just connected to something similar we did previously. So piston with some slime blocks that pull down to control where that redstone block is. So let's see if this works. So down is off, up is on. So let's see. Will some Endermen fall down this hole is the question when the fly machine arrives. Let's see. Oh, check it out, it's raining Endermen. Hi guys, guess what? Hiya! Hiya! We've got a load more. Hey, this is working. It's working. You picked the wrong guy to mess with, didn't you? Okay, awesome. This is working great. So let's have a look around. Oh, look at that. More Endermen. So let's have a look around. Has any... They shouldn't have teleported. Oh. Hi guys, how'd you get here? Alright, I need to look into that. We shouldn't have anyone back here. Alright, that's something to investigate. But pretty much working pretty well, I think. Working pretty well. Alright, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so the last thing to do then is the simple job of building up all these other walls. These 3 other walls. And the ceiling. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, and as you see me build up this massive Borg Cube, yeah, a few things just want to mention. So last episode I gave you a challenge of seeing if we could get to 100 likes, and you geeks absolutely smashed it. We got 130 likes at the time of this recording, so that was brilliant. So thank you so much for everyone that liked the video. And this week I've got another challenge for you. Can we get to 150 likes? Let's see if we can do it. I have high hopes for you, my geeks. So yeah, the other thing is we are really close now to 2,000 subs. Now I know in terms of YouTube, and like you get big YouTubers that have got millions of subscribers, 2,000 for me is a pretty big deal, and I'm really excited and pretty surprised we've got this far. So yeah, looking for those next few subs. So feel free to get yourself on Twitter and Facebook, share the links to the channel, tell your friends. Let's see if we can get these subs up past 2,000 before too long. So yeah, that's the other thing. And speaking of Twitter, I would recommend, if you're not already following me, you should follow me, because hopefully this week maybe we should have some news and it will be going out on Twitter first. So if anyone wants to keep up to date with the latest and greatest stuff in the world of Logical Geek Boy, that's me, yeah, get yourself over to Twitter at Logical Geek Boy. And of course, as always, a big thank you to all the support and love in the comments and all the other bits and pieces. There's a few things going on at the moment, so special thank you to people involved with that stuff. You know who you are. That will all become clear in due course. So yeah, let's get back to building this farm, and then finally giving these Endermen what they deserve. Check me out, I've got an Enderman head on. Oh yes, this is working great. And as the sign says there, resistance is futile, Enderman. Finally got my own back on you. Here we go, it's all working great. It's working really well now. Really good stuff, getting loads of XP. Now this one thing that happens, so you noticed earlier on, we've got some Endermen that came out the back for some reason. We've stopped that, and also we had a few that came out the front, and it looks like I had a good look at it, and it looks like when they fall down, sometimes they seem to fall down straight, but when they get to the bottom, depending on if there's other Endermen here, they seem to get pushed over into this block. And of course, because it's glass, they don't suffocate or whatnot, and they end up getting pushed out here. So I've put another row of blocks here, and that seems to keep them in, which is good. Same on the back as well, so we don't get any Endermen coming out now, which is great. Obviously everything is now double carpeted. All of these blocks that kind of stick out inside, all double carpeted. I put a little station here quickly, just so I can do enchanting, some chests for books and whatnot, and some anvils. I might tidy this up and make this a little bit nicer, but for now, yeah, that is going to serve us well enough for now. And of course we can get our ender pearls and heads. Got any more heads? No, just the one it looks like. Okay, so just got the one mob head, one Enderman head, but yeah, this is working great. So yeah, really happy with this build. Really good stuff. Took a very long time indeed to place probably 11 to 12,000 blocks. So yeah. So one thing I need to say is really sorry that this episode is a bit delayed. A combination of this took miles longer than I thought, and also I've had a few things to deal with this week. Nothing nothing serious, but you know, life sometimes has to take over. So I hope you don't mind. Thanks for your understanding and all that stuff. Right, so we are done with this farm. Let's have a look outside, shall we? If I go into game mode 3, let's have a quick look around. Game mode 3. And let's have a look. So this is what it looks like from the outside. So this is our Borg Cube. And from the top. So not much we can do with the top. I might put some bit more green in there. But yeah, we get the idea. And then all the sides look like this. Same kind of design. And then we have the underneath as well, looking pretty snazzy. So yeah, there we go. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And so the way we get in and out, so we've got a little doorway here I've left, so we can just jump out of here and fly away. And up on top, I thought what I'd do is make it nice and easy for myself, so we can land on top and then just drop in and then just fly inside. Alright my geeks, we are about done for this episode, but before we go, one last thing, and that is to add a new name to the Geek Squad Hall of Fame. And this time round we are going to add Test Subject Epsilon. So thank you very much for all the love and support and feedback. And in particular, Test Subject Epsilon called me out a couple of episodes ago for using the same music over and over again. And you know what? They were absolutely right. I do use the same music, and it was a bit lazy of me. And they explained why it was a good idea to change up the music now and again, because the thing is, if you watch episodes back to back, it can get a bit samey with the same music. So yeah, that was a good thing, something I'd never thought of before. And yeah, made sure that I changed the music. So this episode we had some new music. That was all down to Test Subject Epsilon. So thanks for the support and also the constructive feedback. That's super useful, helps me improve, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So welcome to the Hall of Fame, and let me know what moped you want, and we will get that sorted out in a Death Star at some point. But that is about it, I think. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.